We'll take a look at this. Blizzard has responded, new legendary crest. 1,000% value now? Yeah, probably a little bit less than that.
What's going on, guys? This is JT here. I'm sure most of you guys know I made a video yesterday talking about a new orange crest, and we weren't exactly sure what that crest was going to do, right?
Yeah.
I personally was thinking like, all right, they're coming out with a new orange crest. This is most probably a new crest for a ton of new gems, which I do believe will come out in the future. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad if new gems did come out. I think it's good for the game to have a variety of multiple different things that you can use as far as gems,
yeah, you have to
right?
give people things
so
to
this
farm.
is what the picture looked like. This is what the crest looked like.
We
I saw
this.
this in the game files, and I'm like, dude, they're coming out with a new crest. What is this crest going to be? Well, I also made a post on Reddit about this crest as well and posted my video link, and we got a response from the man himself. It is Wyatt Ching, the lead designer for Diablo Immortal, and here's what he has to say about the orange crest. So he says, "Hey all, this is artwork that we're working on to help differentiate the legendary crest, which will become to orange one." So what he's saying here is the legendary crest that are soul bound, it basically makes, whenever you use a legendary crest in the game in an Elder Rift, that crest is then soul bound to your account. So now that crest is actually going to turn orange. So he says,
it looks
from
different.
The eternal legendary crest, which will remain the purple one in the middle, that yields gems can be sold on the market. So the eternal legendary crest will remain purple. The regular legendary crest will turn orange. We want to make sure players know exactly what they're getting when they make a purchase. View them in inventory and use them at Elder Rift entrance. You know, in my opinion, this is very important.
Yeah, this is a good thing.
Well, because whenever you go into an Elder Rift and you use some legendary crest and then some eternal legendary crest, it becomes a massive issue because then you end up dropping, let's say, a really good 5-star gem that you actually want to sell in the market instead of using. You're actually unable to do that because it is bound to your account. I've actually had it happen to me on all of my accounts, my wizard and also my barbarian, and it sucked when that happened. I'm like, dadgummit, I forgot I had a regular legendary crest in there. Now the 5-star I dropped is now soul bound to the account, and I don't even need it, and I can't sell it, right? So that's basically the issue that players run into. So he says players should be able to distinguish the two quickly, not only by color but also by shape for the colorblind. We did some usability tests earlier this month to ensure they can be understood clearly during normal gameplay, such as when shrunk down to smaller.
Isn't this like crazy though? Like, and like obviously, so like the change is good. Shout out to Blizzard for doing this. But like, when did this game come out? Like, people brought this to light within the first week of the game coming out, and they have to do usability tests to make sure that people are able to see it for being colorblind. You see kind of what I'm saying is like, this is why I think a lot of AAA games are dying. It's because like the amount of, think of it as like a really, really big ship. And if you're trying to turn a really, really big ship, it's going to take a long time. But if you're trying to turn, you know, like a small, you know, like a, I don't know, a longboat or like a canoe, it's easy to move it around and change it based off of what people want. And I think this is one of the big problems that AAA studios, and I think Blizzard is probably like one of the worst offenders of this, are running into, is that they have all of these like arbitrary red tape problems that they run into because they keep hitting their own walls. They're putting up walls in front of themselves. How is it that it takes 2 months to change an icon? That's insane. Like, if you compare that to grinding gear games, like, obviously the most recent league was a complete clusterfuck. It was an absolute disaster, and it was probably the biggest drama that PoE has ever had. And you know what happened? They fixed it. They fixed a lot of stuff. Not everything, but a lot of stuff has been fixed. Let's be honest. 90% of it, 80% of it was been fixed in a week. How is it that PoE can fix all of these modifiers, all of these things, everything in less than a week, but it takes Blizzard 2 months, more than 2 months, to change an icon? It's insane. It's absolutely fucking insane. Why I don't understand this. Yeah, Obnoxious been comparable better than Blizzard. Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. It's Carbine, I can't see most of the projectiles mobs, and they care for crests. I don't know what to say there. And realistically, all they had to do, GG had to do, was change a few number values. So realistically, all they had to do is change a few number values. And what do you think these guys have to do? What do you think they have to do? Like, how hard do you think it is really to change an icon? It's a picture. Like, I mean, it's a PNG. Like I don't know. I'm not a game developer, right? But I'm assuming that there's like a box, and like any picture is programmed to go in that box if it fits a certain aspect ratio and resolution. So I'm assuming you probably just change the PNG file in the game files, and then it's just automatically fixed. Like, I mean, I've done HTML. I've never made a game before. Maybe it's some super complicated thing that, you know, it takes 2 months of testing and focus grouping for. But you guys see kind of what I'm saying is like how these AAA game studios, especially Blizzard, they're so big. And like New World had this same problem. It's like New World, all they had to do was change a few numbers, and they couldn't do it for months. Like, I think that people... This is a W change, but it's not a capital letter. We've been waiting for this. Like, whether it's this one, like, I don't care about this. I quit Diablo Immortal a long time ago. I'm not playing that shit anymore. But the people that are playing the game care about it. And it is deceptive. It's obviously deceptive. And by the fact that they're changing it, it implies that people got confused, right? So very clearly it is deceptive and confusing. So let's see some changes ahead of time next time. Please stop taking so long to fix problems. It's nuts, man. But it needs to follow the procedure. Well, nobody cares about the procedure. You think a player cares about the procedure? If the procedure for the game ends up being a detriment or some sort of handicap to the game being developed, then nobody cares about the procedure. Like, why do we players care about the procedure? Like, what procedure? I remember this is like my dad. One time we went to KFC, and my dad wanted to order a pot pie, and this dipshit behind the counter told my dad it would be 81 minutes until he got his pot pie. 81 fucking minutes. That's apparently that guy stopped working at KFC, got hired at Blizzard. He works on Diablo Immortal now. It's nuts. Yeah, he was fucking furious.
Sizes for new players. In addition, we're adding the market icon to the item description to Eternal Legendary Crest to reinforce the difference. As part of the update, we'll also change the Elder Rift entrance UI so you can choose which one you want to use if you own both, as well as easily see. That is amazing, and that is exactly what they needed to do. I'm glad our boy Wyatt came through.
It's what they needed to do 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Like, I'm not going to, like, it's like, this is good, right? I mean, obviously, good job, Blizzard. You're finally doing it. But, like, I don't want to give props for something that's taken this long for such a minor change. You look at other games and, like, look how these other games are getting content released constantly. Look how fast they're developing content for Lost Ark, for example. It's night and day difference. It's unacceptable.
And actually cleared this up. So no new gems, boys, no new crest. As far as new things coming to the game with the next update, I'm sure I still can pretty much promise you at some point in the future we will see new legendary gems. And like I said, I think it's good for the game. I don't think it's a bad thing if we see new legendary gems in the future. Hopefully we do. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and hopefully you guys are having as much fun with Diablo Immortal as I am. Peace out, fellas.
Well, at least he's having fun, and that's good. You know, I mean, I'm glad. I'm not going to tell somebody they're having a bad time having fun. Good for him. I always feel like an asshole whenever I say stuff like this, because it's like, yeah, Blizzard is doing a good thing, but like, Am I crazy for thinking that, like, it's unreasonable that it took so long? It's nuts, man. You know, his eyes are dead. He's having fun? No, I think he's having fun. He's been paid to say this. He goes, what you meant? No, people like different games. Like, I don't understand why people like FIFA. I don't understand it. I remember, like, I played FIFA one time with Nick and, like, Miz. And all I did was kick the ball into our own goal. And my enjoyment of the game was centered entirely around making Nick and Miz mad. I could never play that game and actually just have fun with the game. Like, I could watch the game, sure, but, like, I would never want to play it. It's nuts. Now, sports, I hate sports games. Yeah, exactly, I'm the same way. It's crazy, man. So anyway, all I'm saying is, like, I just really hope that they're able to fix these problems earlier and not take 2 months to fix a picture. Yeah, that's about all I've got there. And that's why I think that we're seeing so many of these indie studios, especially now with, you know, the accessibility of Unreal 5. You're seeing a lot of games come out that are made by these smaller studios that have a tremendous impact. I think that's why it's happening.